What's good, everybody? I wanted to talk about one specific set and how you can go through the offense over the course of a shot clock. So let's say it's a 30-second shot clock in high school, 24 in the NBA, whatever. You can, we've talked about the difference between a continuity and a set. This is a set. It's called a 1-4 high, colloquially known as zags. So you can run a lot of different things out of this set. A lot of teams will have continuity offenses, or they'll just have plays. The way you can think about it is at the end of a shot clock with like 8 to 9 seconds left, you can get into a play, quote unquote, right? So that would be the secondary offense, what a lot of teams would refer to it as. Continuity is kind of like the offense you run, the system, okay? So, let's start with one right here, one continuity. One continuity would be guard throws up a hand. These are going to be your guards and wings, by the way, and these are going to be your bigs or forwards because they're going to be setting screens in this offense. So he throws up a hand. First thing happens is this guy cuts through hard, all right? Then immediately, as soon as the cut goes, you're going ball screen, okay? So ball screen, high ball screen, and roll. This guy's filling up when this guy hits the paint, okay? A lot of options here. Of course, you can hit the cutter if you have it. You have this empty side after he clears out. He takes the defender with him. And you're going to have the empty side to attack with the screen and roll. On the back of this, what will happen is he'll fill up top, okay? He'll have cut through, and then you'll be, big rolling and guard right here. If it's not there, you turn, pivot, kick it out back to the, ball's gonna be right here. Pivot, kick it back to the top of the key, and you go back, take the top, boom, and you're right back into the offense. Okay, so you see that? It'll be right here. And of course, I'm foregoing the explanation of a lot of options here. You could, when you're deep in the paint, you can hit the window. This guy can cut down just depending on where you're at, or he can just fill the high post. If he's rolled and you have the ball, he can fill the high post, you can hit him too. Okay, so that's one example of a continuity. All right, another one that you can run is a UCLA cut. So, and this is a good offense as well. It's just kick, okay, screen, UCLA, you're coming across. All right, we're looking for that. If it's not there, he's gonna curl through, and he's gonna fill up top. And look at where we're at. Ball's right here. All right. One more time. Ball is now right here. He's filled up, and he's here. All we gotta do is swing it back. And where are we? We're back at the top of the offense. This guy just picks a side, throws it to that side, and UCLA cuts that way. And we run it again and again until we score. So, and obviously, again, there are options. Off of each of these actions, there are a lot of options. So, if he goes UCLA, depending on what the defense does, you might have this guy wide open for a catch and shoot. You might be able to even catch it, take one dribble and go. This guy might get cheated off. He'll be able to shoot. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. If you enter it to the paint, you might have the dive on the backside, fill the window. That's off the UCLA cut, I'm saying. So, a lot of things, a lot of options there. So those are two continuities, okay? Now let's go into like what I would call secondary offense. A lot of teams will call it a secondary offense, but sometimes teams will come out and just straight up just run plays instead of continuities. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like at the end of the shot clock. But a good one, like for example, let's say you're running the UCLA cut for a 30-second shot clock. You get 20 seconds into the shot clock, and you get the ball to the top of the key, 10, 11 seconds left, maybe even 9, 8, and you're like, all right, secondary, let's run zoom, okay? So what we can do in that situation is we can, call side, big man can elevate, we can hit, so he'll have the ball right here, okay? And we'll go into a zoom. So it's a dribble hand, down screen into a dribble handoff, all right? And now there are mad options off of this as well, of course. So he can keep it and dive, he can give it and he can go, he can cut, or he can go to the corner, he can pop out. There's just a ton of stuff that can happen off of this. It's just about reading the defense. Another one is he dives, he takes this screen, or what is the handoff effectively functions as a screen, and he goes straight out, drags it, basically makes the defender make a decision. Or he dives off of it, doesn't happen, quick one dribble step back for a shot. Just depends on who your personnel is. Again, all of these actions have a lot of options off of them, but this is the idea of how you want to think about basketball. Basketball is a possession game, all right? So when you look at a possession, you want to maximize your opportunities to score. And in this case, if you, this is one strategy to do that, right? Use a continuity and go into a secondary offense at the end of the shot clock if you haven't scored off your continuity.